My name is Irina, and I'm a Ukrainian artist. I work with different Ukrainian folk styles. One of them is Pysanka. It's looking like that. And also it's Petrokivka. It's Ukrainian painting style. And also it's Vytenanka. It's paper cutting style. When I was at middle school, my sister bring me this knowledge about how to paint it. And we create with her our first Pysanka, and it was very funny because we need to create our first tool. We need special tool to create the Pysanka, so we made it by themselves. And our lines were very awful, but it was very fun. So to create Pysanka, we need some special stuff. So firstly, we need the egg. So a lot of years ago, women use real egg, and they draw their Pysanka on the real egg, chicken egg. After the Easter, usually this egg they put under the tree or in the gardening to wish their plants to grow better. So, but unfortunately, after that, we don't have a lot of patterns because they're somewhere in the soil. So we didn't see first patterns that our women create. And then we started to make like decorative Pysanka. We make two holes, so it's eggshell and it's empty. So firstly you need this one, and also you need special tool. It call it in different region of Ukraine we call it in different ways. So it could be kistka, its most popular name in Canada and in North America. So I call it pisachok, because it's from Ukrainian pisati, it's writing. So we are not painting Pysanka, we drawing or writing Pysanka. So also you need beeswax, it's very important. So it's covered with black. It's useful to use it on the white background of egg. Candle, and then we need some dyes for egg. Usually when I create Pysanka, I'm thinking about what happened with me this day or last week or some situation. And it's like therapy, you know, some kind of therapy. And I think our women a lot of years ago do the same. It was like a therapy for them because usually they, all the women, sometimes boys, they sitting on the around one table and create their Pysanka, maybe have some conversation, and it was like a therapy too for them. Actually, the symbols on Pysanka, they're very, very simple, and I think every people who just trying to understand, he understand it, because for example, so here it's a star at night and star day. So a day star, it's a sun, as you know. So it's meaning sky and stars, and it's like a space around us. Another one, it's a flower, and they could be very, very different. And usually it's called flower or flower and plant pot or tree of life. It could be different names, but it means actually all the plants that we have. If we want to create Pysanka to wishing that your gardening this year will be nice, you need to paint or draw. You need to draw the flower. We need to share with our kids and other generations their knowledges. and show them so that our ancestors, they have very simple life, very simple shapes, very simple symbols, and it is happy when your life is simple, and sometimes you don't need to be very difficult. And when you know your roots and simple symbols, it helps you to be more more comfortable with yourself. I'm the artist who working with Ukrainian folk styles, but also I'm trying to connect traditions with modern life. Because if I will work and create just old symbols and don't add any modern symbols, you know, it's looking like oldish, and I don't like it. I couldn't say that I just create Pysanka and I'm just an artist, because for me it's a little bit pity when people something create and don't share it, because when people didn't see the process and your art, it's difficult to understand it. And when they try it, they said, you're doing very big job. And it's a lot of people said me that I have good passion, but actually when I create it, I don't think so. I'm just creating it, and I don't think that I'm passionate. So it's a Pysanka doing with me. So yeah, so I think that I'm a heritage keeper.